What's up everybody, JakersGuy here, and welcome to my upcoming game preview of Assassin's Creed 3. Better late than never. Despite being the 5th title in the Assassin's Creed series, it has the honour of being named the 3rd, as it features the 3rd of protagonist Miles' ancestors, and has been in development since the release of the 2nd Assassin's Creed game. The player takes on the role of a new assassin, Randu Hagedun, or simply Connor Kenway in English, as well as the recurring lead Desmond Miles, who will apparently feature more heavily in this iteration than in any of the previous games. Set in colonial America, the Assassin-Templar War has become entwined with the American Revolution. Connor is a young, half-English, half-Native American, drawn into the conflict when his home is attacked by colonial British soldiers. Over the course of the game, Kenway will encounter multiple historical figures, including George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, King George III, and many more. The story will span 30 years, from 1753 to 1783, covering the entirety of the War of Independence. The player can explore the cities of both Boston and New York, as well as the American colonial frontier, spanning forest, cliffs, rivers, Connor's Mohawk village, and the settlements of Lexington, Concord, and Charlestown. It will be open for the player to take part in hunting activities, and approximately 1/3 of the story will take place in this frontier. The eastern seaboard will also be accessible via ship. Details of the present-day story are so far top secret, however we do know that Desmond will be attempting to stop the 2012 apocalypse, and that this will conclude his story. Whether this is the end of the Assassin's Creed series is yet unknown. The frontier is a large, open-world area of countryside in northeastern America, and consists mostly of wilderness, containing cliffs, forests, rivers, and mountains, as well as being inhabited by a variety of animals, including bears, beavers, deer, wolves, rabbits, and elk. One can also find logging camps, mills, and trading posts whilst exploring, in addition to a varying level of hostile activity depending on the state of the war. There will also be seasonal changes. The landscape is warm and open in the summer, but is covered in snow during winter, which subsequently affects gameplay. For example, in winter, thick snow will cause people to move more slowly and stumble about in drifts, and lakes and rivers will freeze over, allowing the player to access new areas. These seasons will change in line with specific memories, however fog and rain will appear naturally. Since there will be a lot more travel included within the game, the fast travel mechanic is making a slightly altered return, which allows for quick movement from any area as opposed to set locations in the previous games. More varied methods of movement have been included too, such as climbing trees and other natural pieces, leaping over wagons, or sliding under obstacles. Free-running elements also have Connor jumping through windows and onto rooftops, the newer game engine allowing for climbing on less rigid surfaces, such as the tree running seen throughout this video. The zipline also makes a return, but the context and possible improvements are not yet known. However, the ability to leap from above for a devastating air assassination is almost certain to feature.
Leave tonight with a small force and attack a continental camp further south. You could follow them.
Let the Patriots fight their own battles.
The economic system in the game will be different, as one can now hunt animals, enabling you to sell the resources gathered from them. These resources can be more valuable depending on the quality of the kill performed on the animal, as well as the weapon used. It is also very likely that the ability to purchase items and upgrades from shops will be part of the game, but renovations and city upgrades will not. The finer details of these systems, however, are not yet known. The game is going to expand the quest options presented to the player by adding more side missions to help other characters out. An example quest would be to hunt 4 wolves for a certain merchant, for instance. Along with this, a new property system known as the Homestead will be added, in which Connor will live in a manor with surrounding land. He will also be able to invite other citizens to stay nearby. Here, the inhabitants will be given a second chance following the events of the war, and will generate income through trade and crafting, just like Monteriggioni in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. No word is out yet on collectibles, and checking the leaked achievements list, there are no mentions of collectible items on that front. However, it does reveal that Franklin will operate as Da Vinci did before, providing Connor with useful prototypes and inventions. The game showcases a smorgasbord of new weapons and techniques, such as the ability to dual-wield pistols and blades, and assassinate with weapons other than the blade. Connor has a wide range of equipment at his disposal, such as swords, axes, knives, darts, a bow, the list goes on, the developers allowing for combat to be initiated and completed with more possible moves than ever before. The entire combat system has been overhauled, the target locking has been removed and replaced by automated enemy selection, and more emphasis has been placed on using the right moves to counter each enemy archetype. Context-sensitive actions such as using enemies as human shields will also be included. The countering system has been completely revamped to create more strategy and options, requiring 2 button presses. First the counter button, then one of the other 4 buttons to complete an action, either throwing the enemy to the ground, stunning them, using your secondary weapon, or killing them in a suitably stylish fashion. With these combinations, the game's developers were able to create multiple combos and enemies that resist different types of counters. In order to get a killing spree going, the player will need to press an appropriate button for each enemy, depending on their aforementioned class of course. Those who have played either Batman, Arkham Asylum or Arkham City should be familiar with this system. The regenerative health process will return, however players cannot use healing potions in the middle of combat to save themselves from death. In order to regain health, Connor must escape conflict and rest. Two other popular features are set to return, firstly the puzzles or glyphs, and most likely the hidden backstory they will reveal, and also the platforming sections, though it is unconfirmed in which way they will be implemented. The multiplayer portion of the game will return in a similar way to that of the previous titles, but with some new modes and changes. Ubisoft Annecy, the standalone multiplayer developer, are staying tight-lipped about this installment. However, we do know that there will be a cooperative mode called Wolfpack, where 2 to 4 players will work together to kill certain targets against the clock through 25 stages. There will also be a new team-based mode called Domination, where players must capture areas of the map and protect them from the other team. Assassin's Creed 3 will be available on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and Windows PC, with an 18 or M for mature certification. However, the release dates for AC3 vary greatly, so pay close attention here. The game will be released for sale on October 30th for Xbox and PS3 in the US, and the following day, the 31st, for Xbox and PS3 in Europe. The Wii U version will come out on November 18th in America, with a yet unconfirmed EU release date at time of recording. Finally, PC copies will be available from November 20th in the US and November 23rd in Europe. Thank you for watching my upcoming game preview for Assassin's Creed 3. Please leave a like rating if you enjoyed, and subscribe for similar content and to be instantly notified when the latest UGPs are uploaded. Enjoy the ending cinematic.